and welcome back to Violet May Handmade. I'm Caitlin.
And I'm Samantha, and this is where we share what we've been sewing and making over the last couple of weeks.
So it's been quite an unproductive sewing week for us.
Yes, it has.
I'm in my final year of school, so I've had a lot of exams and assignments and things, so I really haven't had any time to get in the sewing room. But I've only got 2 more weeks of this term left, and then I'm on 2 weeks of holidays, so I'm hoping to get a lot of sewing done then.
So I've still been working on my Simplicity 9041. Oh, it's a problem child, this. In hindsight, I probably should have tried it on before I put the second sleeve in, but we measured and everything, and I thought, oh, well, you know, and I was quite keen to sort of get on with it, so I took the side seams in by the centimetre on both sides, and then I put the other sleeve in. But then when I tried it on, I feel as though we may have taken it in just a tiny bit too much, because it doesn't really overlap sort of how I want it to, or how it should, does it? This is how it's looking at the moment, and it looks so beautiful, and the little puffy sleeves just look lovely. However, it's now a bit too tight. So I decided that I'm going to just put it aside for the moment, because if I keep spending all my time working on this, I'm not going to have anything made for winter. So I've put it to the side, and I will pick it up again soon, but I just thought I just have to stop wasting time on it and make something else. So the weather here has been absolutely freezing over the last couple of weeks, and I'm really keen to get some new things for my winter wardrobe, because it's very sadly lacking. So I mentioned I was going to work on the Simplicity 2129. So I've got the pattern all traced out. We graded it out at the hips, and I've got it all traced out, and then I managed to get it cut out. I haven't had a time to do any sewing yet, but I have managed to get it cut out. So I was quite excited with my progress. So this was the fabric here, sort of in this grapey sort of colour, I guess you call it. So I'm really excited this over the next 2 weeks to actually make it. I think that I could get it made, so I'll really try hard to make that, because I'm really excited to actually have it to wear.
And we tried really hard to measure, like, from the back of the neck down and everything, to make sure that the waist is hopefully in the right spot.
Yeah, we took quite a bit of time, didn't we? I got Caitlin to help me, and we moved the waist up and graded it out at the hips. So hopefully it should be a fairly good fit. Yeah, so I think what I'm going to do is pin it together first and try it on pinned together, just to make sure that it's, before I start doing all the sewing and find that it doesn't fit. So we're quite excited to see if what we've done works. So,
I hope so.
Yeah, I do too.
Quite disappointed it was.
Well, if anything, it's not going to be too small.
No.
So if anything, it would be a little bit big, which means I can just take the seams in.
Yeah.
So that should be good. Yeah.
Although taking the seams in hasn't worked too well for you this time.
True. It's like, well, as I said, I think I was a bit impulsive. I just wanted to thought, right, okay, we know what we're doing. I just want to get it finished. And yes, it hasn't worked quite the way I planned.
Yes, we don't know what we're doing.
No, we don't.
So quite a few weeks ago, we mentioned our reversible box totes and the issues that we've been having with our interfacing. And a few viewers suggested some very helpful things like foam interfacing, and there was a Line Dacaville, I think it was called.
Yeah, something like that.
And we really want to try both of those, but we just thought that for the sake of time, we would just get some heavy interfacing just to finish these bags that we've got cut out. And then later on sort of research and invest in some other interfacing.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
So we just decided to get the fusible heavyweight from Lincraft. So we're really wanting to just finish those ones that we've got cutting out, because I feel like they're just cluttering the sewing room, and you know. Yeah.
Plus the other one, like you've actually been using it as a project bag for your crochet, and it's really handy. So yeah, we're really keen to get those made. So it is. I'm actually quite pleased that it is a nice thick one. So hopefully it should work out okay. Yeah. But what we thought we'd do is we'd make these ones and then try the other interfacings and things that people had mentioned. So then we can see what we think of those as well. So yeah.
And we've decided to put a halt on the hats for now, because that Line one was recommended for the hats, and we did Google that one and thought that would actually be really good, because it was from memory, it was like a leather-like sort of interfacing.
I can't remember, but it was something I'd never seen before, and it did sound really, really good.
Yeah, so we definitely want to get that for the house.
Yes,
But yeah, we're looking forward to just getting these out of the way. And then we've got some other things cut out in the sewing room. We've got Mara tops, Miranda tops. We've got Butterick gathered sleeve things. And they're all knit fabrics, and we're having some overlocker dramas, and we just sort of left them, but we're going to do them. Like, we've got this drawer unit thing that's got cut out projects in it, and all of the things are full, yet we always feel like we have nothing to work on. So we really want to do that and then work on new things.
Yes. Yeah.
But one thing that I would really like to do sooner rather than later is use this fabric here for another sagebrush top for my grandma. I made her one, I guess it'll be 6 months ago.
Oh, at least.
Probably.
It's quite a while ago. Yeah.
And she really likes it and she enjoys wearing it, so I'd like to make her this one. And as I said last time, I do actually really enjoy the sagebrush.
Yeah.
And it's always good when it's something you've made, the pattern's traced out, you know what you're doing.
It makes it a lot easier, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Do you know what I was just thinking? Do they actually have a long sleeve version?
No.
Because wouldn't that be nice? You could actually...
You could probably put in a long sleeve though. No, for different pattern.
Yeah, because I was just thinking that would actually be nice to have that top but have a long sleeve version of it.
That would be really nice.
They might have to have a look at that.
Yeah. Because I would quite like to have some winter blouses. I often just wear stretchy things in winter, but...
Yes, well, we've got the other one that we've got the plans for.
The Simplicity one.
Yes, so yeah. It's just hard finding the time, isn't it? Like, time management is not my forte. But I really want to make some things, and as I said, I need to hurry up because winter will be come and gone and I won't have made anything. Yes.
I think that the problem is, like, sewing is not our only hobby, and
true.
Like, for me, at the end of a long day, I just want to sit down in front of the TV and crochet, and it seems like a lot of effort for me to go into the sewing room at night.
Well, the other problem at the moment too is the sewing room is not heated, and it is as I said before, the weather is very cold here. So it's not really inviting to go into the sewing room, is it?
And also, the other problem with sewing in winter is when you try to try stuff on, it's frozen.
Yes. Probably why I didn't try my top on, or the bodice rather. Yeah. Yes, but anyway, we're going to plough through and really get some things made.
And during the holidays, we've actually made a few other plans. So we want to recover our couch. So we've got a 3-seater couch and then 2 armchairs. And we've bought the upholstery fabric. It's over there. And we really, really want to work on that.
Yes. We might actually show that their fabrics next time.
And the other thing is, Advent and Christmas is fast approaching, and in case you don't know, we do a 24-day Advent swap. It's mainly handmade things between the two of us.
Yes.
And I think that we really want to do some planning and start some of those projects during the holidays.
Oh, we made a promise to ourselves that we would be way more organised this year and not leave everything until the last minute. But the year has just slipped away so quickly, hasn't it? And so now that we are at the halfway point, we really need to get organised and make those things.
Now it's like June and I've made one thing.
I know. I don't think I've made anything, to be honest.
I've made one, but...
Yes. But we will get there.
We will. We will.
Yes. And I also last year found those the Christmas trees. It was like a stand-up Christmas tree that you made out of different fabrics. Yeah, we made crackers and hats for everyone in our family last year, and so the leftover fabric from that I wanted to make these little trees with. So I've got to find it. It was something I saved it on Instagram, but I need to find it again so I can see what we need to do. Actually, maybe we needed that thicker interfacing for that too. Probably.
I can't remember. I'm not sure.
I'll have to find out.
So we promise that next time we'll have more to show. I'm really sorry about that, but we will definitely have more next time.
Yes, well, I am determined in the next 2 weeks to get my pinafore finished. So. And
I want to get that jacket finished.
Yes.
I think that's probably been on the go for 12 months.
Yeah, I know. It's just hard, isn't it?
Like, time management is not something that either of us have ever been good at.
No, we struggle with that.
And so, it's just really hard to, get stuff done.
Yes, but we had to set aside an hour 3 times a week to do sewing, and that was actually working really well, but we've fallen by the wayside again, and of course because you've been busy.
And also our life has changed since we've got Buddy.
True, yes, yes.
Obviously, he's wonderful, but we do have less time again because of that. And so it sort of does make it difficult. And he doesn't actually like the sound of the overlocker, so
no.
He's not a big fan of helping us in the sewing room.
No.
But we do need to get back to setting aside times.
It worked really well, yes.
And the other thing is, you don't feel like tracing and cutting when it's cold, but we just need to make sure that when the heater's on at night, we need to be tracing and cutting things. So we're looking forward to getting a few things done in the next couple of weeks. And I can't wait to see how that pinafore turns out. I'm
really excited, yes. And I did decide to go with the pockets. And then I was saying to Caitlin, I've got a little applique, and I think I might just put one on one pocket, because I think it will just, because it's very, very plain, I think it will just really looks quite cute. So,
I agree. What's the little sunflower?
Yes, yeah. So until next time, happy sewing.